Puget Sound in all its summer splendor. Glorious day to be out there on the water. And if you happen to be stopping by in the boat, come on down to Safeco Field, where tonight the Mariners and the Boston Red Sox conclude their season series. Mariners trying to go 3-3 in this homestand. Glad you're with us for Mariner Baseball. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with you here at Safeco Field in Seattle. Take a look at the batting order for the Red Sox that will face Kevin Millwood.
And for manager Bobby Valentine, leading off will be former Mariner Scott Podsednik. Then it's Pedroia on a 15-game hitting streak for Pedroia. Ellsbury, Cody Ross hit the big 3-run home run last night. You can see what he's done at Safeco Field, a 304 career average for him. Then it's Saloni, Saltalamacchia, LaVarnway, also a solo home run. He's the DH, hitting 7th. Then Aviles and Siriaco will hit 9th. Numbers on Kevin Millwood this year: a 4.38 ERA, 150 innings pitched, 101 strikeouts to 52 walks.
Here we go, first pitch. In there for called strike one to Podsednik. Balls and strikes tonight being handled by Vic Carapazza. Eric Cooper's at first, Jeff Kellogg second base, and Tim Timmons at third. Podsednik went off last night, got a base hit. Very comfortable. 69 degrees here in Seattle. Wind out of the north at 3. Broken bat Loper. Casper Wells there, number 1.
Routine play for Casper Wells in center. Take a look at the rest of the defense. Trayvon Robinson in left field. Eric Thames getting the start out in right. And on the infield, you have Seager at third. Ryan and Ackley playing up the middle. Mike Karp getting his first start since being recalled at first base. And John Jaso will do the catching tonight. See what Millwood has done in his career against the Red Sox. ERA just over 4 in 17 starts for Kevin.
A while since he's tasted victory. You got to go back to July 28th here at home against Kansas City. Went 6 1/3 in that game. Since then, month of August, Kevin 0-4, 5.97 ERA. He's ahead of Pedroia, 0-2. Pedroia with a couple of singles last night. Runs scored, 2 for 4. Way outside.
Pedroia hitting .393 over his 15-game hitting streak. It was impressive last night. He fell behind 0-2. Carter Capps and hit a line drive into right field. He's had a good series, 4 for 7 with a double and 3 stolen bases.
Line drive right to Ryan, 2 down.
Look at our McDonald's Supermo and the release from Kevin Millwood. You can see the circle change on that last pitch. Ball was hit hard by Pedroia. He's seeing everything really well right now. Even lined that changeup up. Pretty good spot, too. It looked like it was down in the zone. Fortunate that he hit it right at Brendan Ryan.
Showing bunt taking a strike is Jacoby Ellsbury at 262, 2 home runs. 16 runs batted in. Injuries that plagued him the last year and a half. It's game number 57 for him. Line drive, right field. Thames on the case. 3 up, 3 down inning. Good start for Kevin Millwood. Coming up for the Mariners, Ackley, Robinson, and Seager when we get back. things up here for the ball club. Get them off to a good start against Aaron Cook, who tormented the Mariners earlier this season in an 81-pitch performance. Here's the rest of the batting order for the M's.
Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Chevron. Trayvon Robinson will move up and hit second tonight. And Kyle Seager, his 16th home run of the season in last night's game, hitting third. Jaso Montero the DH tonight. Then it's Thames. Thames had a triple. He came on for Franklin Gutierrez. Not in the lineup tonight, but Thames is with his triple. And then Mike Karp back in the lineup hitting seventh. Wells and Ryan round out the 9 for the Mariners.
Eric Wedge hoping to get Wells, make that Gutierrez and Saunders in the lineup for Friday's game. Day off tomorrow. Exactly takes a strike.
Dustin 2 for 9 in the series.
Ground ball to the shortstop, Mike Aviles. Throws over to Loney for out number 1.
And the rest of the defense for the Red Sox in the outfield. Podsednik in left field, Ellsbury in center, Cody Ross, the right fielder tonight. And on the infield, Aviles, as Dave just mentioned, getting the start at shortstop. We've seen Iglesias play the first 2 games. Pedroia and Loney on the right side. Salto Lamacchia will do the catching. Numbers overall for Cook, high ERA at 5.35, giving up 10 home runs, 11 strikeouts, and 12 walks.
The thing I remember as Robinson looks at a strike from the June 29th meeting here. Aaron Cook works very quickly, throws a lot of strikes, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts in a complete game, 81 pitches.
In that outing, it felt like the Mariners were really aggressive too, so we'll see if maybe they're a little bit more patient. They could find a way to get Cook to elevate the ball for him. Trayvon Robinson 1 for 4 in the series, 250 overall with a couple of home runs.
Cook was the model of efficiency, 2 hours and 18 minutes with a complete game back on Friday, June 29th. Ichiro had a hit in that game, and John Jaso, that's it. Robinson strikes out, 2 down.
The third baseman, number 15, Seager.
Since World War II, Cook has the lowest, 5th lowest strikeout ratio. 1.4 per 9 innings.
Wow.
Man. 1.3 double plays per 9 innings. Work against the Mariners. Kyle Seager looks at strike 1. Home run last night, 3rd inning, on the heels of Gutierrez's home run to center. Kyle drove one deep into the right center field seats.
He's had a good series, 3 for 7 with that home run. You can see Cook here early in the game. All 3 hitters just trying to run the ball off the outside corner.
Interesting to see if more guys do what Seager's doing, stepping out. Don't let this guy pitch at his pace and dictate everything.
The other thing they're going to have to do is the left-handed hitters will have to hit the ball the other way. He's going to have to make a really bad mistake to get you a pitch that you can pull. There's one.
Sure is. Made him pay for it. 2 out base hit for Seager.
Pitch is just centered in the middle of the plate. Good job by Kyle to get him to elevate the ball for him. And because of that, he was able to hit it hard into right field. Take another look at it. Trying to go off the outside corner again. That is square on the barrel. Kyle's having a good series now, 4 for 8 in the series. Solid line drive.
2 out, 1 on for John Jaso. Leading hitter on the ball club. John doing the catching tonight. Throw over first.
.273 overall for Jaso. 8 home runs on the year. 15 doubles and a couple of triples.
Ball 1. John taking a look down at Jeff Datz. The beard getting ever longer. really performed well for the Mariners.
Speaking of beers, who was it you were talking about? Hanrahan, is that who it was with
Joel
the beer?
Hanrahan with the Pirates.
I saw it today.
Looks like a lot of guys we've described, looks like a Civil War reenactment. And Hanrahan's getting it done. I tell you what, one in the last night, he was tied for first in most saves in the NL. Pirates beat Houston tonight 6-3.
Maybe picked up another save.
Hanrahan did not get the save tonight, didn't pitch tonight. 3-0 to Jaso. So Toronto beats Baltimore 6-4. Steve Delabar gets the win. He's 4-1. Former Mariner, another former Mariner, Brendan Morrow went 6 innings, a 3-hit, 2-run ball, 3 walks, and 6 Ks. No decision for him. There's strike 3-1 to Jason.
And the Yankees beat Tampa Bay, so they're back out on top of the East. Let's take a look at the standings. Baltimore a game behind now with that loss today.
3-1 here to Jaso. There goes. Hit well right field. Pretty much in his tracks though, Cody Ross. Snares that line drive, and the Mariners are gone in the first. No score here at Safeco Field. To see Kevin Millwood get a win, because it's been about 7 starts since he's teed up a W.
Well, a couple of things. He looked good in the first inning. That's a good start for him. I think that because he's the veteran guy, he will pitch his way around this lineup where he needs to. And the other good sign is the Mariners, couple of balls. Kyle Seager, he had a base hit, and then the last one, a couple line drives off of Cook in the first inning. Cook really handled them the first time, so hopefully making some adjustments to him.
Beauty of second time around. Let's see how it plays out here tonight as they wrap up this series and the season series with the Boston Red Sox. Mariners are 3-5 against Boston, 3-3 here in Seattle. Here's Cody Ross. Kind of tickled talking to Carl Wilson, pitching coach, about Ross's at bat against Carter Capps. We were saying the same thing. A couple of those fastballs came in. So Ross had his head down, sort of backed off, and was laughing to himself. And he and Carl happened to catch each other's eye and sort of like nodded at each other like, wow, that was fast. 100 miles, 101 on a couple of those pitches.
It's not just 100, which is bad enough, but then you look at the angle and the size of Carter Capps coming at you as a right-handed hitter. That's uncomfortable. And he's young, and you can't really trust him yet. You don't know him at all. Lebo trying to get the bullpen pumped up early in the game.
Ross, last night, 3-run homer. Did some damage last night against Capps. He struck out. Carl was telling a story about a guy he knew in Minnesota, talking about the difference between here, and you can appreciate this, and AAA coming up with Caps that really had to throw a breaking ball. Because I just got to throw fastball because high school, college, AA, AAA. Up here, this one old coach told Carl, he says, listen, if you shoot them straight enough, they can put wood on a bullet. And it's true.
It is true. It is true. And I think the other thing, too, with Carter, you were talking about him, and he's uncomfortable for a lot of hitters. I think they probably chase more fastballs out of the zone for him, where here at this level, they will get counts in their favor, and these guys know how to cheat. They can get it started early, and they can turn it around, and he's seeing that. Now, all of that being said, if he can come up with that slider, he's going to really be pretty much unhittable, because if the hitter has to think about something else, you're not saying fastball and reacting to it. You're reacting and then picking the fastball up. And if he has a slider that you're worried about, it's going to be difficult.
Fouled off last night. Caps won an inning and a third, gave up a hit, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. It was a couple of outings for him. Slider was a lot better.
Yeah. Well, look at Stephen Pryor when he first came up. Slider was a little bit flat. Guys were getting on his fastball, and he went back down, and now he has, a little bit of an angle to it, a little tilt to his slider, and that's been a big difference for him. He's pitched much better because of it.
3-2 pitch gets under Ackley. Ross is aboard.
Ross will end up getting a base hit. Take a look at it. Ball hit firm, back up the middle. I thought Ackley was going to be able to handle this. He's been able to catch pretty much everything this year, but that goes off the thumb of his glove as he goes down into his slide. Typically, when an infielder goes to the ground, you're going to get a base hit out of it, so Ross will pick up a hit.
Next year at this time, Caps with the 101, has a slider, maybe a changeup working. Who would he?
Maybe a split.
Maybe if he gets a split. But who would he remind you of with that motion? Anybody come to mind when you think about it?
The only thing that I could think of is Goose Gossage back in the day, because he would kind of sling it up there too. And, you're looking at Carter right now. Obviously, he doesn't have the intimidating look of Goose, but he has the same type of size and the long arms, and that's tough.
You and Goose 94 here, right?
I believe it was 94. Yes.
Final appearance for Mr. Gossage. Got to say, and that was he did it the old-fashioned way. He did multiple innings. It was a 3 innings.
I had a chance to be on a team with Goose in New York also, and if you talk to him, he'll tell you that's the way it used to be. When he first started racking them up, they'd go out there and pitch 2-3 innings. That was common, right?
Going back even further, I can remember pitch foul off by James Loney. A great Elroy face with the Pirates. That 60 championship club into the mid-60s. He was a guy, coming 6th, 7th inning. Shut it down. He also had a lot of good guys in front of him. Bob Friend, Vernon Law, Bob Veal.
Not too bad. That's not too bad.
Man. One and 2 here to Loney. Only got a double and a single last night, 2 for 4. CenturyLink high-speed pitch. Cook at 92. Millwood at 90. Strike call. Only gave up on that pitch. Millwood's glad that he did. 1 out. First strikeout for Kevin.
After fouling off some fastballs, running away from Loney, he comes back, starts this 2-seam fastball just in off the plate. You can see the run on it. Catches the inside corner. Jason holds it there. Perfect pitch on the inside corner to Loney. Locked him up.
Switch hitting catcher Jared Saltalamacchia steps in.
Had a good year. Not much on the average, 228, but 23 home runs for the Red Sox this year.
Ortiz on the DL again. He is their power unit. Ross has helped out tremendously with 20. Ortiz on the DL. 23 home runs, 60 RBIs for Bobby Valentine's Red Sox. National League great race in the West. San Diego leads the Dodgers 3-0 in the first. Bottom of the first at San Francisco. Arizona 1-0 over the Giants. A 3-0 count here to Saltalamacchia. Ryan Lavarnway's on deck. Ryan DHing tonight. Strike 3-1.
That's a good pitch. Threw it on the outside corner. Sure, Saltalamacchia with the young people in the lineup had the green light to swing if he wanted to. Devin needed to throw a strike, and he threw a good one right on the corner.
Up high. Walk to Saltalamacchia. 2 men on. 1 out here in the second.
Lavarnway was the difference in the game last night after the 3-run home run by Cody Ross to tie the game up. He had his first home run of the season, a solo home run, to give the Red Sox the lead. They're able to hold on to that 1-run lead.
Mariners at double play depth. Norwood going through the signs again with Jason. All 1. American League Central, White Sox 6-2 over Minnesota. That's a final. Detroit won as well, 7-1. At home against Cleveland, so Chicago remains a game up on Detroit.
Still think they're going to have it. The White Sox are going to have a tough time holding the Tigers off.
Elman Young has really come on strong to go along with Cabrera and Fielder.
Haven't looked lately. How's our friend Doug Fister doing?
He had a no decision a few days ago.
I saw Verlander throw. He was
really good his last couple.
Really good.
Ground ball. Ryan's got it. There's one to Ackley. They turn that double play. Well done. A 6-4-3 double play ends the Boston second. Best defense in baseball, showing off again.
Kevin Millwood certainly aware of that. About as easy as it'll get. Routine, as you see Brendan Ryan get over. He has a tough part. Look how quickly he gets rid of it, though. Good throw over to Ackley. Good feed. Kevin likes it. Why not? He knows he has a good defense behind him. Use it.
See if Jesus Montero can get offense started here. Montero themes in Carp. Against Aaron Cook, starts him off with a strike. Montero 0 for 3 against Aaron Cook. Montero, again, coming off a couple of days' rest. Picked it up lately, swinging a bat. Base hit up the middle.
He was doing that last night. Line drives back up the middle.
6-game hitting streak for Montero, 9 for his last 19.
Gets a good fastball. Inside out swing back up the middle. That pitch middle in. Keeps his hands inside of it and hammers it back at the pitcher, Cook.
So the homestand now, Montero is 8 for 16. Coming off a 3 for 4 performance last night.
I'm going to bring up Eric Thames. Thames with a triple last night out to right center field late in the game. Gave his team an opportunity to drive him in, tie the game up. Didn't work out, but it's good to see him. He had a long 0 for, was an 0 for 19 that he was able to snap.
Two-out triple last night, and I had a good feeling about that. I thought Seager might be able to get him in, but he flied out to right in the ballgame. He had a tough call on strike 2 last night. Tim Timmons had the plate last night. Ooh, late call.
I thought about it.
Strike 3.
Well, so far Cook hasn't changed anything up. He's thrown 20 pitches, and all of them have been two-seam fastballs. That was borderline up and maybe borderline in. Aaron certainly thought the pitch was up.
There's Mike Carp.
Justin Smoke getting the night off. Carp getting an opportunity to play.
The person that's had worse physical luck than Carp this year is Gutierrez. Both of them denied a chance, to circumstances, denied a chance to play 150, 160 games. Jeff Pentland on the right talking to Smoke. Got the hitting coach down at Tacoma. Back up the middle, base hit.
So the Mariners get their first runner in scoring position with that base hit off the bat of Carp. Montero will get a base hit up the middle, and then here comes Mike doing the same thing, staying on this pitch, not trying to do too much with it. Hits it hard back up the middle. That fastball running away from him.
Well, here we are in the second inning. Mariners already had 3 hits against Cook, 2 last time against him over the course of the ball game, 9 innings.
The thing that they're doing this time that we didn't see from Cook in that previous outing you're talking about is being aggressive on pitches that are up a little bit in the zone. They're not swinging at the ones that are down and borderline off the plate.
Chris Chambliss enjoying that. 1 out, 2 on. Jasper Wells, the hitter, playing at center field tonight. Strike 1.
Again, Cook still has not thrown a breaking ball or an off-speed pitch.
Wells 0 for 3 last night. Did walk and steal a base. Chopper. Siriaco, does he get it? They say they did get Montero. The base umpire Tim Timmons on the case. It's out number 2.
Take a look at Montero. He knows there's going to be a play. That was close. He almost was able to get away with it, but at least he made him work for it. If he makes it an easy tag, they may end up with a double play. It looked like he was just able to tag him on the hip.
Brings up Brendan Ryan. He broke an 0 for 13 last night. Got an infield hit in the 4th inning and stole a base. 1 for 3. 0-1. The Mariners had 66 and 71. Eric Wedge hearing the same thing we're hearing from opposing clubs. Hey, you guys are pretty good here. Coming along really well. Slicing drive, right field. No problem for Cody Ross. Mariners start tonight. Third best record since the All-Star break behind Oakland and Baltimore. They threaten here, don't score. End of 2. Against the Red Sox. Right now, time for AT&T trivia question. Here we go. What did Joe Bauman do on this date in 1954? Hit his 72nd homer, drove in 202nd ribby of the season, won his 42nd game, or struck out 402 batters in the season. Wow. I can honestly say I'm not familiar with Joe Bauman. Should be. And 1954 was a good year. There is, I'm told, Curtis says, an award. An award is named after him. Mike Aviles leading off. Aviles, Siriaco, and Petsednik. 8-9-1. Pitch in the outside corner. 0-1 to Mike Aviles. I'll go with. I got Chicks dig the long ball. I'll go with 72nd home run of the season. Line drive, Seager, 1 out.
I'll go with B. 202 RBIs. Tennessee.
B, right there, okay. Whatever it was, it's pretty doggone good.
Pick any one of those 4 categories, right?
1 out.
Good shape.
Pedro Siriaco, third baseman. Strike 1. People going with drove in 202nd RBI.
Siriaco has played well for the Red Sox. You look at the young players that they have. He's 171 at bat, so they've had a good test on him, and he's hitting .316 coming into the game with a couple of home runs, 2 triples, and 9 doubles.
2 singles to right. Check that. He had a infield hit yesterday. Tried to bunt his way. He's gone here. 2 down.
Second strikeout of the game for Kevin.
R.A. Dickey, former Mariner. Won his 18th game. He's 18-4. Beat the Cardinals 6-2 in St. Louis for the Mets. 18-4, 2.64 ERA. Beat Adam Wainwright.
It's going to come down to him and Cueto, isn't it, for the Cy Young Award?
I think.
Yeah.
Speed pitch to put Setnick in there for a strike. Phillies playing spoiler. They beat Cincinnati again tonight, 6-2. Roy Halladay won his third consecutive decision.
Nationals win again. They beat up the Cubs 9-1.
I'll tell you what. Early on, you're like, okay, they're going to come back to Earth. No, they're not. They're going to Mars. I mean,
they're scoring runs every night, too.
Yeah, man. Good ball club. Back. Gio Gonzalez won the game, 18-7 with a 2.98. They banged out 13 hits. Adam LaRoche 3 for 4, 3 runs batted in.
A couple of home runs. Was that last night or the night before? He had a couple of home runs. He's had a good year for him.
Off the fist. Seager sets and throws and comes down by Setnick, a 1-2-3 inning in the third. Coming up for the Mariners, they'll have the top of the order in the scoreless ball game. The Mariners game becomes single. You hope to leave as a double. Join other fans looking for love at singles night for only $25. You'll score a seat in the singles night section, be granted admission to the exclusive pregame party in the Pen, plus your first beverage is on us. So get tickets, Mariners.com/singles. Exactly.
It was interesting. First time through the lineup for Cook. Threw nothing but fastballs, and he starts Ackley off with the first off-speed pitch of the game. So now it looks like he's going to break something else out other than the good sinker.
1-2, the count to Ackley. Chop foul. Ackley leading off against Aaron Cook. Came over from the Rockies. Rockies franchise leader, 72 wins. Bounced up there. Aaron Cook, 33 years old, out of Fort Campbell, Colorado. Lives in Golden. Make that Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Lives in Golden, Colorado. Got to the bigs in 02. Was with Colorado through last season. Popped out of play.
See that last pitch, good pitch for Dustin to hit. Able to get Cook to elevate one of the fastballs 90 miles an hour up and out over the plate.
Second a miss. Ackley's gone. Third strikeout for Cook. One out here in the third inning. Mariners have tomorrow off, and then the Oakland Athletics come in. A's lost today 7-1 at home to the Angels. A.J. Griffin against Felix on Friday. Brett Anderson against Iwakuma, who's been on fire of late. Tommy Malone against Vargas on Sunday.
Brett Anderson back and pitching well. Look at that 3-0 record with an 0.90 ERA. Good left-hander.
Down the line, but foul.
Fine backhanded play.
Nice work, Danielle. Trayvon Robinson struck out his first time. He's bounced a few up there. Saltalamacchia, 1-1. Aaron Cook received the Tony Canigliaro Award in 2005. Returned to the majors after having blood clots in both his lungs. Foul back. Presented by the Boston Baseball Writers Association. So a big league player who overcomes adversity through the attributes of spirit, determination, courage, trademarks of the great Tony C. Tony Canigliaro he burst onto the scene late 60s, won that championship at 67 club. Really good player, hit for power, average, good outfielder. Got hit in the eye, was it by Jack Fisher? Died way too young. Not as a result of being hit in the face, that changed his career. He did die very young. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Trayvon's gone, second time, that's a fourth strikeout for Aaron Cook. Let's check out our fan results. AT&T trivia question. Joe Bauman, what did he do on this date in 54? I went with hit his 72nd home run. Mike went with his 202nd RBI. Survey says hit his 72nd home run for the Roswell Rockets. Boy, hit 3 jacks overall. I mean, look at that season. Are you kidding? 472, 228, 150 walks.
In 138 games.
Man. And never made it to the bigs.
Who was he playing behind? That's what I'd like to know.
Curtis in 52. He went 375, 50, and 157. And hit 53 in 53. And then had the break, had the year 54. I can honestly say I'm not familiar with that story, but those numbers are just off in another universe. And he didn't make it to the base.
Again, who was he playing behind?
It was a Class C West Texas league. And they had a whole, every team, there's only, 16 teams. Seager draws a walk. I think Barry Bonds is hitting more in a professional season.
C League. What do you have to do to get to the B League?
I hear you. $1,019 games, 337 home runs. My goodness. 1,000+ ribs.
John Jaso lined out to right field and the first inning, hit the ball hard, but it was right at Cody Ross in right.
1. 2 strikeouts and a walk this inning for Cook. The Joe Bauman Award, it's given out minor league player, of course, with the most home runs. Ryan Howard was a winner back in '04. And Brian LaHare won it last year with the Iowa Cubs. The 1-1 to Jaso, 2 out, runner at first. Texas leading at Kansas City 7-5, top of the ninth. Angels beat the A's earlier today 7-1 behind Dan Herron. He goes to 10-10. Randy Neiman on the left, Bobby Valentine, skipper of the Red Sox.
Close races in the American League, but the National League, Washington 7.5 up on Atlanta. Cincinnati 8.5 up on St. Louis. You look at the American League. Texas 4 games up on Oakland. Oakland, they've been unreal the way that they've played. Chicago and Detroit 1 game, and of course you had a tie with Baltimore and New York one today, but that switched.
Runner goes. Throw almost gets the umpire down there. Jeff Kellogg, who had to get out of the way. Stolen base for Kyle Seager, his 13th.
Talked about it. Eric Wedge putting the game in motion. We've seen him run the guys in this series. Kyle Seager gets another stolen base. Poor throw by Salta Lamaki. A lot of tail on that as Kyle slides in safe.
Seager 13 out of 18 in base stealing. Jason trying to pick him up. He's got a 3-1 count. Takes ball 4. So again, the Mariners threaten, this time with 2 outs. Back-to-back walks. Jesus Montero singled up the middle last time.
Back-to-back walks is saying something, because coming into the game, Cook had only walked 12 batters on the season.
Wow. I saw that earlier. In 70 2/3, 12 walks.
He's walked 3 in the game twice, and that was back-to-back games.
So Montero with an opportunity here. Fouls it off. And a nice catch. Brought his glove sitting in the first row. Ball came right to him, reached out, made the catch. Well done. Mezzanine level, I wouldn't necessarily expect to see a ball going up there, but it worked right for him. Sitting front row.
Ended up getting high fives from everybody around him.
Weak swing and a miss. Fooled on that pitch, 0-2. Well, that was the lament around the batting cage last night. The Mariners, there's teams on deck. They got a run in the first, 2 in the third, and went scoreless the rest of the way. Blake Bevan had a bad 6th inning. 3-run homer and a solo home run by LaVarnwood.
The Mariners just 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position last night.
It's tough. 0-2. One thing I'm going to look for next year, the ability to continue to get more runs. We talk about it ad infinitum for good reason, because too many times we've seen the club get runs and not be able to tack on 3, 4, 5 more runs. This is the American League. Strike 3 is Montero swings and misses, leaves a couple stranded. No score through 3 here at Safeco Field.
tomorrow, folks. The Mariners have a day off before the A's come in over the weekend, but in Puyallup, Emerald Ridge High School will be rocking because they welcome in the 4th-ranked Federal Way Eagles for our Root Sports High School Game of the Week. Brad Adam and Taylor Barton will have the call. Kickoff is set for 7 o'clock right here on Root Sports. Be sure to tune in to our Mariners postgame show tonight when our football analyst Jason Stiles previews the Emerald Ridge Jaguars. Guys.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Look forward to the high school football coming up tomorrow. Here's Dustin Pedroia. Going to lead it off here for the Sox. Strike one. Dustin.
What do you think the Red Sox do over the course of the winter? Yeah, obviously have taken a lot of money back off the table, so with the trade that they made with the Dodgers.
I look for them to be aggressive. They're going to use that money to try to make some things happen. I think most of their really good players have either, we've heard this theme before, were already up before the September call-ups. You had Middlebrooks got hurt.
Right.
Yeah, they re-signed Big Papi, and who had a heck of a year. Droya reaches out. Ground ball to Ackley. One out.
Well, I don't know if you've had a chance to look at it, but the free agent market certainly isn't anything
not like we saw the last couple of years.
Right.
Look for this creative trading.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see a lot of that in baseball.
Well, they can afford to take on some other people's salaries if they want to dump some players too. So
here's again, it's a big question mark talking to Boston people. Ellsbury hurt his. He throws left-handed, hurt his right shoulder, has kept him out of a lot of action last year and part of this year. His throwing's not real good anymore, and his hitting, it's not the pop that we saw the last couple of years ago.
A couple of years ago, he was right there in MVPs and all kinds of things going on with the Red Sox.
Flips one out to Trayvon Robinson, backs him up a couple steps for the second out. Ellsbury. Last year was a good year. It was the 158 games, hit 321, 32 and 105.
How many stolen bases?
39. He had 70 back in 09. 2010 season was one where he was hurt. He only played 18 games. He gets hurt again. There's Cody Ross. Infield hit last time. One. Nice off-speed pitch there by Millwood, 0-2.
He's throwing strikes. 48 pitches, 36 strikes for Kevin. Only 12 balls.
Was ready to quick pitch him, and Ross saw it and got out. That could be trouble. Stand for a base hit. Split the difference perfectly. Second hit for Boston.
And Casper was playing over in left center field. Take a look at our McDonald's Supermo. There you can see the grip of the ball from Kevin as he goes in, an inside out swing for this fly ball. Man, that pitch was down too. He was still able to get it in the air, but he sliced it out towards right center.
Ross is aboard. He's got 2 hits tonight. Brings up James Loney. It's like a called third strike first time up. Through 3 innings, the Mariners have left 5 men on base. 1 so far left on base by Boston. Broken bat up the middle. Ackley smothers it. Has no play. Infield base hit for Loney. And the Sox have 2 out and 2 on.
broken bat off the end of the bat. You can see Ackley trying to make a play. I think he wanted to go to second base. Cody Ross runs well, no play there. So that'll be an infield hit for Loney, the third hit for the Red Sox tonight.
Here's Saltalamacchia. Walked and then was erased in a double play back in the second inning. Both teams with 3 hits. Shade Saltalamacchia towards left center. Pitch up high, ball 1. Mariners outfield, Robinson, Wells, and Thames. You got Seager, Ryan, Ackley, and Carp in the infield with Jaso behind the plate. Foul ball.
.51 pitches for Kevin. Again, he's been efficient, throwing a lot of strikes. Red Sox had an opportunity to drive a run in the second inning. They had first and second, 1 out. Kevin was able to get a double play ball.
One. Off the fist, Trayvon Robinson going to give it a look. On hard, and he slams on the brakes. Robinsonville down there.
He was hoping to make another play, wasn't he?
I'm telling you.
A little bit closer, he might have jumped up there and tried to get it.
He wanted a piece of that one, didn't he? Saying hello to his fans down there. If they had been holding some popcorn, he might have done a Mattingly and reached in and taken some. Remember when Mattingly did that?
Yeah, in New York, yeah. Those people are regulars down there. He's probably already been in their lap at least once.
Good to see you again. How's everything? Good trip in? 2-2. Tell you what, he's been impressive. Trayvon Robinson.
He's played well. I like the way he's gone about his business. A number of catches in left field that he has made, but I think more than anything, I like what he's done at the plate, running the bases the way that he has.
Full count here to Saltalamacchia. 2 out, 2 on. Runners go. Pitch. Fouled off. Give you an idea of what Trayvon Robinson has done. 30 games. Look at the putouts. 986 fielding percentage. He had that one game where he had 10 putouts. It was left field record.
That was against Cleveland on August 20th.
Wasn't that something? Slamming into the sidewall. Fence behind him. 3-2. And they lost Saltalamacchia to load him up. Second time he's walked Salty. Now Millwood. We got the first 2 outs and then base hit, infield hit, and a walk. Bases are loaded.
See what LeVarn Way has done with the bases loaded. 0 for 5 with a strikeout. This will be a second opportunity this year to hit with the bases loaded.
We saw him go long ball last night. 2 outs, nobody on in the 6th against Blake Bevan. The out-of-town scoreboard. Right above the bullpen of the Red Sox. It's about the third time a Red Sox hitter has jumped out of the box feeling that Millwood's about to quick pitch. Evan trying to get out of a big time jam. Bases loaded here in the fourth. There's a strike. 1-1. We got Cody Ross at third, James Loney at second, and Jared Saltalamacchia at first. A 1-1 count to Ryan Lavarnwood. Good pitch here at 1-1. Strike away from getting out of it.
Good pitch. Pitches down. Outside corner, and he swings over the top of it. Good sinking fastball that time for Millwood.
Trying to do some damage control here. Keep it a scoreless game. Pitch. Bouncing ball. Seager short hop. Lavarnwood is very slow. Throws him out. And Millwood gets the job done. He strands 3. Here we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It'll be Thames, Carpin Wells back here at Safeco Field. Millwood getting out of the bases loaded situation with 2 outs.
I'm not so sure that he didn't semi-pitch around Saltalamacchia in that situation, being careful with him, one of the veteran guys, to go after the young guy, and Lavarnwood was able to get him to ground out. He wanted to make a perfect pitch, and if he missed on it to Saltalamacchia, he was going to be okay.
Thames, Carpin Wells here in the bottom of the fourth. It's a good thought. It's walked Saltalamacchia twice off the fist. Is it enough to get down? Yes, it is. Base hit. Thames checks in with a hit. He's 1 for 2.
Good
Struck
start.
out looking his first time.
Good start. The Mariners have been running. We'll see if Thames tries to steal a base. He has good speed. This pitch jams him. Trying to get the barrel to it, but still off the label. Probably breaks his bat, but he's okay with that since it fell in for a base hit.
Like Carp singled up the middle. Back in the second. First 3 innings, the Mariners left 5 men on. Fourth hit for the Mariners, just recorded by Thames. Ball 1. Giants trailing home 2-0 to Arizona. Dodgers trailing home to San Diego 3-1 bottom 3. That base hit, the Mariners have had a base runner in every inning.
Well, I would say it's time to start cashing them in, Dave.
Oh. Count me in. Mariners with a record of 30-20 since the All-Star break, third only to Oakland and Baltimore in the American League.
Mike in good shape now, 2-0 count.
2 gloves, I like that. Cover all those options. Depending on where he's sitting, probably a good defenseman. 3-0.
It'd be tough on the turn too with gloves on both hands.
On deck, Casper Wells.
There you go.
Wow. Boy, I tell you what, my man is multitasking big time. Watching a ball game, killing some licorice, got a glove on each hand. Does it get any better than that? I like how, yeah, he's got the licorice into the webbing of the glove so he can be ever vigilant. Got a see-through backpack. He's got it working.
Gives him some range to the left and the right.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's awesome.
The next thing, if he can drink a cold one like that without spilling, I want his autograph.
That's what's in the other glove.
Okay. 3-1. Carp works a walk. That's a third walk issued by Cook. And again, the Mariners have something brewing. And he can clap, too. I love it. Love it.
Now, typically early in the game, I wouldn't suspect a bump, but with the way this one is going so far, may have Casper try to drop one down.
Wedge. This ball club's been threatening every inning. Strike one to Wells. Reached on a fielder's choice last time. Aaron Cook has walked 3, struck out 5. 2 men are on board right now.
It's tough because you don't want to fall behind, but if you can, you have to try to find a pitch up in the zone. Cook right now with that super sinker that he's throwing up there, he's looking for him to try to hit it on the ground and get a double play ball. So as a hitter, you have to see if you can get something that he'll elevate for you.
There it is, a base hit. Left field. Charging is Pitsednik. Stop sign will hold things at third. The Mariners have them loaded up. Base hit for Wells.
There you go. That's the pitch. Probably belt high. It is. Casper hits it hard through the left side of the infield. Good level swing from Casper.
Randy Neiman, a pitching coach, coming out. Talk to Aaron Cook. Single, walk, single. Have them loaded for Brendan Ryan.
Brendan hit a fly ball out to right for an out his first time up.
Brendan Ryan. Base hit last night to end an 0 for 13 run. Love to come up big here right now.
Well, Neiman out there, I don't read lips, but the way that he was talking and hitting Aviles in the chest, I think he was telling Cook, let's go for some damage control here, see if you can get a double play. You'll give up a run, but try to stay away from a big inning. From Brendan, he did a good job of staying inside out on his last swing on a sinker that was running in on him. If he does the same thing here, he'll pick up a sac fly and an RBI.
The base hit by Wells was the Mariners' 5th hit. Ryan fouls it off his foot. Clay Mortensen warming up for the Red Sox.
Cook just at 61 pitches. Bobby Valentine not going to wait around.
Big Carapazza giving Ryan a chance to shake off that foul ball. His foot area. Got nobody out, bases loaded. Sednick, Ellsbury, and Ross in the outfield. Siriaco, Aviles, Joy, and Loney in the infield for Boston. Pitch to Ryan. Dig by Saltalamacchia. Phillips, the old football coach, say we're knocking on the door. Doggone, we're going to kick it down now. That's what the Mariners are trying to do. One here to Ryan. So ball and 2 strikes to Ryan.
Gets a fastball running in on him. You see him falling back, still fighting to try to get the barrel to it. That pitch on the inside corner, probably thigh high.
One, 2. Will not be enough to get the run in. Infield fly will in effect. Pedroia makes the catch. Top of the order. Brings up Ackley. Kings Court, it's back in session this Friday. Mariners ace takes the hill against the A's. 7:10 start time. $30. It's going to get you a seat in the Kings Court, a t-shirt, and a K-card. So come on out, spend the night. Your Friday night at Safeco Field, cheering on King Felix and the Mariners. Get your tickets at mariners.com. Bases loaded, 1 out. Those shirts are great collector's items. Love seeing them on the road. I know where you're from.
Felix is pitching on the road. We typically will see him.
Yep.
Show up.
Strike 1 to Ackley, who scrambled to short and struck out. Great opportunity here for the Mariners. Up the middle. That'll get a couple of runs in. Thames scores. Coming right behind him is Karp. And the Mariners have a 2-0 lead. Dustin Ackley delivering. RBIs 47 and 48. Kevin Millwood, the beneficiary.
And for Dustin, he gets a fastball away from him, is able to stay on it long enough to hit it hard back up the middle. Looks like he hits this right through Cook as it goes back through the mound. It actually ended up getting a piece of his pant leg. Good swing, good job of not rolling over on that pitch. That's what Cook wanted him to do, try to get the double play and get out of the inning. But he hits it hard back up the middle.
It was big. Wells down to second. 1 out. Here's Trayvon Robinson, who struck out twice. Six men to the plate here in the 4th inning. Kevin Millwood tonight struck out 2, walked 2, giving up no runs on 3 hits.
Kevin had a bases loaded situation himself and was able to pitch his way out of it.
Foul 0-2. Trying to get some more runs here. 2-0 on the Ackley 2-run single. 0-2 pitch. Ball and 2 strikes.
Next pitch will be 70 for Cook. And he's been right around 90% fastballs tonight.
Cook has lost his last 3 decisions. Last victory, he beat Texas August 6, beat him 9-2. 1-2 pitch. getting around on that pitch, but keeping this at bat alive.
What you don't want him to do is change what he's doing. 20 pitches in the inning, but for Trayvon, it looks like he's trying to stay on that two-seamer that he's running away from him. That last one jammed him a little bit. Tendency is to try to get out there on the next pitch. He needs to stay right where he's at and get himself a base hit back up the middle like Ackley did.
Wells at second, Ackley at first. Pretty good speed out there. 1-2. 2-2 now to Robinson. Two pitch, 1 out, 2 on.
That was the best pitch that he's had to hit. That one right in the middle of the plate, belt high. You can see Trayvon talking to himself.
Thames has come around to score, as has Karp. Thames led off the inning with a flare base hit to left. Karp walked. Wells moved him up. Scoring them was Ackley. 2-2. Dribbler down to Loney. He'll take it. 4 out, number 2. Runners move up. Visit MLB.com/fan guide to register for a chance to win a VIP experience for 2 to a 2012 MLB World Series game presented by Scotts, the official lawn care company of MLB. Second and third here for Kyle Seager. This is his specialty, 2 out RBIs. 43 2 out RBIs, leads the major leagues. Miguel Cabrera's got 41. Seager to base hit to right field in the first, walked in the third, and stole a base.
Pitch count climbing on Cook, 75 pitches now.
One to Kyle. Cook is bat. Loney ranging to his right. Feeds Cook. And they get the out. Mariners do get 2. They leave 2. They've got a 2-0 lead over the Red Sox.
AJ Mantank here at the Ford Sports Desk. Meantime, the Tigers trying to keep pace with the White Sox in the Central, and they were taking on the Tribe tonight at Comerica Park. And this guy is having an MVP season. He's been good all season long. Miguel Cabrera in the bottom of the first adds to his resume with his 2-run shot to right field, his 35th of the season. And then in the 8th, Prince Fielder gets in on it. A solo bomb to left to make it 5-2. His 24th of the year. Tigers win it 7-1 in our Sterling Bank scoreboard. Guys?
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Kevin Millwood's got a 2-0 lead. Mike Aviles leads off. Tigers 3 back in a wild card. What a chase this is. Mariners have so many big games coming up in September. They get 18 against the A's, Angels, and Rangers, plus 3 big ones against Baltimore coming to town. Drive to deep left center for Trayvon Robinson there for the first out.
And we were talking about it. It'll be a good test for him. It's a good time of the year. These guys, for the most part, have been here all year long and talked about adjusting and playing at the major league level. And the other part of it, take a look at our Sleep Country USA calendar. Finishing up with Boston here, an off day tomorrow. And then the A's come to town, and that's when it gets tough. Toronto would be a little bit better this year, but they've had their struggles. Batista being on the deal, I think a couple of times for him.
Yep, this is the second time. Toronto at home is a game under 500 starting today. Here's the strike. Pedro Siriaco. Toronto a winner at home today, beating Baltimore 6-4. Toronto now a 500 club at home. Pitch outside. This will be our second trip to Toronto. And the Mariners were 1-2 there the first time around. Swept them here.
I think Michael Saunders hit a grand slam. Or
remember
late,
that?
Right?
Ninth inning.
Ninth inning, yeah.
1-2 to Siriaco. Struck out his first time. Reaches out, ground the ball down to the shortstop, Ryan. Blows him out by about a half a step, 2 down. Saunders in that one game, I think it was a Friday night game. Solo home run, 9th inning, grand slam, 10th inning to win it.
Hopefully the Mariners will be able to get him back soon and get him back in the lineup.
Hopefully Friday here and Goody.
Yeah.
It would be nice if I could play them both at the same time. 2 outs, top of the order. Scott Bitsednik, who's 0 for 2. Fly to center, ground out to third. Two up.
Kevin taking a little more time after that last pitch. I think he was less than thrilled with himself.
Correct. Two and one. 3 hits given up by Millwood. Cody Ross infield hit leading off the second. 2 hits in the fourth, one by Ross and another infield hit by Loney. Millwood struck out 2. He's walked 2. 2 walks for DeSalto Lamakia. 2-1. Wells was shaded that way. Can he get it? Yes. Beautifully done. He was shallow and shaded towards the gap and cuts it off. And Millwood throws a 1-2-3 5th inning. 2-0 Mariners on a nice play here by Casper Wells. 2-0 Mariner lead. As we play the bottom of the 5th inning, Dustin Ackley drove in 2 in the 4th inning. Mariners trying to get this series, close out the season series with the Boston Red Sox. Mariners are 3-5 against the Sox. They're 3-3 here in Seattle. John Jaso leads off, looks to strike 1. Line out to right and a walk tonight for John. Line drive, right field, going back on the track, making the catch, Cody Ross. 1 out here in the 5th. It's a game dedicated entirely to you, the fans, so don't miss Fan Appreciation Night, Friday, September 21st. Mariners say thanks for your support this season. Giveaways all game long. Great prizes, including round-trip tickets from Alaska Airlines, Holland America Cruises, a flat-screen TV, autographed jerseys, and much, much more. So join in the fun at Fan Appreciation Night. Get your tickets at mariners.com. Jesus Montero. Base hit the center and a strikeout tonight. Strike 1.
Throwing a first pitch fastball in his last at bat, he went back to the breaking ball, and that's where he was able to get the strikeout. So Jesus swing and miss on both the breaking balls.
1-1.
Both of them off the plate away. He's had some struggles this year. It's been on that pitch, laying off of that pitch and recognizing it.
Whoa, that bat explodes. Loney taking himself. As Montero carrying a shard down the first base line. Man, 3-peat, 1-2, and the 1 he's got in his hands.
Watch it shatter right off the end of the bat. An explosion.
Woo.
Man, there's that little piece flying. All I could think about when he was running down the line is don't trip and fall. Get rid of that. I mean, well, he needs to get rid of that.
Honest to God, you're right. You are right on the money. Oh, I even thought of that.
There's no reason to carry it down there, drop it and run.
Yeah. Oh, man. Up the middle. Base hit Fames. His second tonight. He's 2 for 3. Back-to-back base hits. Hit that one hard. Flared the first one. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. 2 outs, 1 on. So Mike Karp, single, walk, and a run scored tonight. Two other games in progress right now. Dodgers trailing at home 3-2 to the Padres in the 5th. Giants trailing home to the D-backs. Carp swings and misses. Arizona 2-0 over the Giants in the 6th at AT&T.
Alfredo Aceves is once the closer on this team. It's like Andrew Bailey has taken that job over, so Aceves up and getting loose.
Bouncing ball, Loney takes care of it, and that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, man left. Mariners lead it 2-0 over the Sox.
destination resort. By your local Lexus dealers who invite you to test drive a Lexus today. And by Whitmer Brothers Brewing, craft brewing in Portland, Oregon since 1984. Now, 3 years later, my photographer Nick and his wife Julie got married. That was 1987, celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary tonight, although Nick is here with me, guys. Back to you upstairs.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Congratulations to Nick and his wife. Beautiful look at Safeco Field from I-90. Dustin Pedroia leads it off. Millwood semi-ephus pitch.
Stealing a strike with it again. 67 miles an hour with that breaking ball.
Pedroia lined out to short, grounded out to second. Two. Great year in 08 for Pedroia, American League MVP, Gold Glove winner, Silver Slugger award as well. Great feature early in the season, Sports Illustrated, talking about him. He was in a high rise not far from Fenway Park, looking down into the field. His young family. He's got his little son, spark plug just like he is. Daddy, there's nobody on the field. Let's go down and play. They do.
I'm sure he's got a set of keys, right?
Yeah. Like Larry Bird used to have them at the old Boston Garden. Get in there hours before everybody else. 3-2.
Coming out in front 0-2, and Pedroia has been able to work the count back to full, riding a 15-game hitting streak. Kobe Ellsbury waiting on deck.
Trevor Cahill just lost a perfecto. Walked the man. Hasn't given up a hit yet against the Giants. Ground ball, foul. He walked. Let's see who he walked. He walked Crawford, the shortstop, in the 6th inning. Told the diving catch, though, for Zurich and Nona. Trevor Cahill, the former Oakland Athletic, outdueling Madison Bumgarner of the Giants. Payoff here to Pedroia. Inside, missed. Walk by Millwood. First walk not to Jared Saltalamacchia. A total of 3. Subscribe to MLB.tv today. Take advantage of new low pricing and see every remaining Mariners out of market live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Mariners.com to order. Get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Total of 3 walks issued by Millwood. He's got 2 strikeouts. Breaking ball to Ellsbury, missed ball 1. Ellsbury lined out to right, fly to left.
This was the part of the lineup and the inning last night when things fell apart for Blake Bevan as Charlie Furbish gets loose in the bullpen. Here in the 6th inning, it was Pedroia and Ellsbury both reaching base before Cody Ross, who's now on deck, hit his 3-run homer, his 20th home run of the year. You look at the Red Sox, this is the tough part of their lineup.
Red Sox in the season 5th in batting, 2nd in runs scored, 3rd in hits, 1st in doubles, 8th in home runs. Slow roller. Carp got a chance here. No. Millwood covered. Getting down the line is Ellsbury. 3-6 fielder's choice. One out, one on, brings up Cody Ross, who's got a couple of hits, an infield hit, and a solid base hit to center.
Well, jam shot that Carp is able to field. You can see Pedroia stopping, 1 to avoid the ball, and 2 probably doesn't want Carp to tag him. So he has to go down to second base to get the lead runner.
damage done by Ross last night. 6th inning with a 3-run homer. Tied the ball game. Infield double play depth. And a strike. 1-1. Ross out of Portales, New Mexico, now lives in Phoenix. 31 years old. Runner goes. Throw by Jaso. Safe. Stolen base, Ellsbury, his 12th. He's 12 out of 13.
A bit surprised to see Charlie Burbish up early. Mill with just 82 pitches as we watch Jacoby Ellsbury. Pretty good jump. A good throw by Jaso. Puts it right on the bag, but Ellsbury beats it. I suppose at this point in the month, there's a lot of arms down in the bullpen. Let's take a look at our McDonald's Supermo. So Ellsbury hits the bag. Don't have to worry about saving too many arms down there now. You have plenty of them.
Sure do. Which misses outside, 2-1. Good view for the fans down there in the pen to watch the guys warm up. 2-1 count here. Sure is. Into the right field corner. That's a fair ball. Coming around to score Ellsbury, and Cody Ross continues to be a thorn in the side of the Mariners. RBI double in a 2-1 ball game. It's 3 for 3 tonight.
Yeah, third hit of the ball game. Again, he hit the 3-run homer last night. Take a look at the swing. I think he thought this was going foul. He stood at home plate for a while before he decided to run. Maybe he didn't see where it was at. But strange. Might have looked right up into the lights and didn't know where the ball was. Clearly, it's a fair ball.
Easy call for Eric Cooper, the first base umpire. Ross with his 73rd RBI. Team leader in that category. James Loney got an infield hit last time. Struck out looking. Back in the second, strike 1-2. Only coming over from the Dodgers in that big deal made recently. Crawford, Beckett and Gonzalez. Going from the Red Sox to the Dodgers. Only came over with a couple of pitchers.
Just never hit for the power they were looking for with the Dodgers.
Stephen Pryor joins Furbush. Slicing back to Casper Wells. He's there for out number 2. Big Sky football. It kicks off Saturday, September 22nd, right here in Root Sports, presented by your local Ford dealer. The live action gets started with Northern Arizona taking on the Montana Grizzlies at 12:30 p.m. Your new home for Big Sky football is Root Sports. 2 outs. A run in, a runner on, and Jared Saltalamacchia, the hitter. He's walked twice tonight.
think again he will pitch on the edge of the plate with Salta Lamaki. Lavarnway on deck, young hitter. Been able to get him to ground out a couple of times. Just missed off the plate away. Yeah, first base open.
$13,037. Not a big crowd here tonight. Mariners have a 2-1 lead. Tying run to Ward at second base. 2 outs.
90th pitch coming up for Kevin. 89 pitches, 60 strikes.
Saltalamacchia, 23 home runs, 53 runs batted in. Two and two. Try to keep this lead 2-1.
Ackley playing out shallow right field now. Brendan Ryan up the middle. You can see how far out on the grass Ackley is. A little more range on any ground balls that hit to the right side.
Two. It's Jaso trying to will that one in. Picture of a picture like that. Fans out bullpen recording their night here. Long look by Millwood. Payoff coming to Saltalamacchia. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out. Red Sox get one. One is stranded by Kevin Millwood. Mariners still lead 2-1.
The Ford Sports Desk. There have already been 6 no-hitters this season, and we've got another one brewing down in the Bay Area. The Giants and the D-backs going at it, and Trevor Cahill has been absolutely fantastic so far. He was perfect through 5 1/3, but gives up a walk to Brandon Crawford. So the perfecter is no more. No hitter still intact. 2 outs in the 6th. How about this? Looks like Angel Pagan is going to break it up, but look at that catch by Adam Eaton in center field to preserve the no-no. Cahill has thrown 67 pitches through 6 innings. Guys, stay tuned.
That is a great catch.
It really was. I think he had just inches before that ball was going to hit the ground.
And he committed to that one. Pop up. Backing up the shortstop is Aviles to retire Casper Wells.
Go to the video.
One down here in the 6th. Bring up Brendan Ryan.
The shortstop, number 26, Brendan.
Cahill had some good years with the Athletics.
Both of these teams tonight have had opportunities.
Oh, unbelievable.
Mariners 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position. The Red Sox 1 for 5.
Mariners have left 8 men on. 5 have stranded by the Red Sox.
Yeah, Mariners have had at least one base runner in every inning so far.
Oof. Brendan Ryan fly to right, popped out to second.
Next pitch for Cook will be 90.
Breaking ball for strike.
Andrew Miller, tall left-hander for the Red Sox, former starter, now out in the bullpen, Boston.
The North Carolina guy, remember last time they were in, he had Ackley and Seager catching up, taking some photos. Backing up Aviles again, shortstop, calls off Pitsednik. 2 easy outs here. Bottom of the 6th. This Saturday, we bring you a college football doubleheader. Catch Tulane taking on Tulsa at 9 a.m. And following that, don't miss Rice kickoff against Kansas at 12:30 p.m. Tune in this Saturday for all your college football action on Root Sports. Speed pitch in there for a strike to Ackley. Drove in the 2 Mariner runs in the 4th. Bases loaded. Singled up the middle. Pounds that one. That's a fair ball. Loney smothers, throws. Yeah, that's a good execution right there. Cook got there in time. Heck of a play by Loney. Nicely done. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners in the 6th. And no doubt about Loney. He can pick it down there. And he does a fine job here and makes a good, accurate throw after the tumble to Cook for the out.
Jack in the Box. Get the All-American Gem Combo at Jack in the Box. It's a no-nonsense burger with fries and a drink for only $4.99 plus tax. By ANA, Japan's leading airline, now operating a daily flight to Tokyo. Visit flyana.com. And by Resident Evil Retribution in 3D in theaters September 14. Back upstairs to David Hunt.
Thank you, Angie. Glorious skyline. Gotta love it. 2-1 Mariners down here at Safeco Field. New pitcher for the Mariners. So Kevin Millwood has left the game with the lead. Can the fellas hold on for it? He hasn't won in a long time. Take you back 39 days since his last victory. Here's Stephen Pryor.
Well, he certainly pitched well tonight. Millwood going 6 innings, giving up just 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 92 pitches for Kevin, 61 strikes. Did have the 3 walks. Again, I think he pitched around Salta Lamankia a couple of times, eventually struck him out. One of those 3 strikeouts for Kevin, but he pitched well tonight.
Here's LaVarn Wet, first hitter for Stephen Pryor. 0-1.
Numbers for Pryor: 2.57 ERA. This will be a 16th appearance. Giving up 4 home runs this year. Opponents average 250. 18 strikeouts over the 14 innings he has pitched. A good fastball. He'll be in the mid-90s with his fastball and a hard slider. There's a good slider.
Sure was.
Perfect location, right on the outside corner at the knees.
Next year this time, you want to see he and Capps good secondary pitches to go with their outstanding fastballs.
A couple of good arms to try to get to Tom Wilhelmsen, who is one of the better ones too. Tom 97, 98 with the curveball.
Big time.
Good fastball on the hands at 97 miles an hour. The hitter's just so difficult to try to figure out what he's going to do. And again, it's set up by the 2 sliders he's thrown so far, and he's able to throw that fastball in there at 97, middle end. And that extra pitch makes all the difference.
1-2 pitch. Set to right field. Here comes Thames. Makes the play. 1 down here in the 7th. Time for the Banner Bank Building to the Future. How about the Everett Aqua Sox? They lose the Western Division Series to Vancouver last night. Clinton starts their playoffs tonight. Jackson gets after tomorrow and Saturday for High Desert. Michael Vilas.
Vilas 0 for 2. Couple of flyouts for him. 1 to left field, 1 to third.
About straight back, 2-1. Vilas lined out to third, fly to left. Pedro Siriaco, he's on deck.
Kalish has come out to pinch hit Siriaco.
We're in 1.
Charlie Furbish ready to go in the bullpen if Eric Wedge wants to bring him in to face the pinch hitter.
Three and 2 to Aviles.
It's Charlie. He's been up a couple times. He's ready to go.
Ryan Kalish, who's on deck. He's the only left-handed hitter available to Bobby Valentine. threw that and walked it.
Another lefty in Podsednik hitting after Kalish. I haven't seen Eric come out of the dugout yet. And it looks like he's going to let Stephen Pryor go. Now he comes out.
Pinch hitting here in the 7th. Ryan Kalish pitching change. Charlie Furbush will come on. Mariners holding on to a 2-1 lead.
Tracer technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Tom Simons, good work. 7th inning. We get used to seeing that every night. 2-1 Mariners. Charlie Furbush on. Was Kalish ever announced?
I thought he was.
I thought he was too, and now they're going to send up Mauro Gomez. Gomez, right-hand hitter.
Probably have Iglesias come into the game for him to play shortstop. Move Aviles to 3rd. Okay. Numbers for Charlie: a 2.30 ERA, 50 strikeouts over the 43 innings that he has pitched. They held opponents to just a 161 average.
So you get 1 out. Runner at first, Mike Aviles. And Charlie Furbush pitching to Mauro Gomez.
Gomez, 60 at-bats on the year, 283, has 1 home run, 8 RBIs.
Gomez started in Monday's game. Started at first base, 1 0 for 3. Pitch from Furbush. Breaking ball for strike 1. Charlie hasn't pitched since the 30th of August.
Also thrown over to first base a couple of times. Aviles with 12 stolen bases on the year. Been caught 5 times.
Mariners 2 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Left 8 men on. Run on 4 hits for Boston, no errors. 5 men stranded. Breaking ball, swing and miss. Two.
Josh Kinney is being recalled. He's getting a lot of work, isn't he?
Tell you what, he's earned a lot of confidence from Carl Willis and Eric Wedge. That's why we see him so much now. On it goes. Breaking ball, swung on a miss. Jesus throw. Not in time. Stolen base for Aviles, his 13th.
Hey, look at the jump by Aviles. Takes off right away. Steals it easy. Another good throw by Jason. Just late. Aviles with his 13th stolen base of the season.
Tough time throwing through after the swing and miss. Top of the order, here's Podsednik, 0 for 3. Strike one to Scotty. Ball not there. 1-1.
Podsednik has flown out to center field twice, and Casper Wells is shallow, shading towards left center.
Draymond shallow towards the line and left. It's right to Casper Wells. Good work by Furbush. 2-1 ball game. Mariners on top in this rubber match against the Sox. Mariners' 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Captain Morgan. Raise your glass, always in moderation, to life, love, and loot. 13,037 on hand here. 7th inning stretch. Mariners lead 2-1. Dustin Ackley, a 2-run bases loaded single back in the 4th. Red Sox get their run in the 6th inning on an RBI double by Cody Ross. And the Red Sox, new pitcher, and Andrew Miller.
Hard throwing left-hander coming into the ball game. Fastball will be in the mid-90s for Miller. Hard slider. To work through the top of the lineup, you have Robinson and Seager. Jason to start things off. He's still going strong with both gloves. Still waiting for that one foul ball. Haven't seen him get one yet. But Cook pitched well again against the Mariners. He had been struggling, but pitched well tonight. Numbers for Miller: 42 strikeouts over the 35 2/3. Held opponents to just a 1.98 average. He's pitched well this year for the Red Sox. 3.53 ERA.
Robinson, Seager, and Jaso here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Trayvon Robinson turns around, hits right-handed, fouls one off his foot. Boy, did that hurt.
Hopefully, kind of big piece of that padding that he has down there. Tough kid, he'll shake it off. Be all right. Well, 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and Trayvon trying to pull it, hits it right off of his leg. Couldn't tell if it hit the padding or not. Still trying to walk it off.
There's the 0-1. Fouled off again. Miller, 6'7", 210 pounds, out of Gainesville, Florida. Lives in Newberry, Florida. North Carolina Tar Heel. Came up with Detroit back in 06. Did not go as a check with Eric Cooper down at first.
He has good velocity tonight. On 95, 96 in that last fastball, at 97. Sevis back up again in the Boston bullpen.
Strike 3 called. He knew it. He was sitting on another pitch and didn't get his liking, and he is called out on strikes. Here is Angie Minton.
Guys, with an update on that no-hitter. Arizona's Trevor Cahill after the 7th no-hitter this season. D-backs and Giants going at it. And Cahill carried the no-hitter through 6 innings, but Marco Scudero breaking up his bid with a leadoff single in the bottom of the 7th. Cahill left the game after 6 1/3. He gives up 2 hits, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. D-backs comfortably ahead, 6-2 right now in the 7th, guys.
All right, Angie, as we look at the NL West standings, Dodgers trail by 4.5 right now. Dodgers in San Diego tied 3-3, top of the 7th in L.A. Arizona trying to finish strong. 0-2. Seager stunned.
Keep waiting for the Dodgers to take off, but it's been a struggle for them. Last pitch to Kyle, tough one to stay in there on. It pitches up and in on a slider. Another one.
Swing and a miss. 1 North Carolina Tar Heel strikes out another. 2 down. 2 down here in the 7th. Hey, kids. Mariners play on the Safeco Field Diamond. You're invited to play in an area made just for you, the Seattle Children's Playfield, located in the main concourse in center field. While you are there, pay a visit to the Moose Den. Get your picture taken with none other than the Mariner Moose. Ball 1 to John Jaso. Jaso tonight lined out to right, walked and lined out to right. A lot of arms and legs coming at you from Andrew Miller.
Yeah, he's an uncomfortable at bat for a left-handed hitter. Doesn't waste much time either. He pretty much gets it and goes.
.30 pitch. There's a strike. Which Beard's going to win? Jaso takes his bag.
Second walk of the game for John. He's been on base a couple of times, also flown out twice. That'll bring up Montero.
Had a lot of success against lefties this year.
We'll also bring out Bobby Valentine. He looks like he's going to his right-hander, Aceves, in the bullpen.
The embattled manager of the Boston Red Sox. Controversial appearance on a Boston talk show. Created a whole bunch of headlines today. 2-1 Mariners. Washington. So log on to rootsports.com. Show us why you're the Mariners' ultimate Northwest fan. That might be a qualifier tonight.
And he has the batting gloves on, too. That's good.
Down the first base line, enjoying watching a fan up on the big screen, dancing to MC Hammer's classic Can't Touch This.
Montero's been a hot hitter, had 3 hits last night. Already has a base hit tonight. Hit the ball hard back up the middle.
Strike one. Two outs and a man aboard. Mariners nursing a 1-run lead. 2 hole for Montero. Pass Kenny, good to go.
Eric Thames waiting on deck. Thames, good night, 2 for 3. It's scored a run for the Mariners.
Popped up. Ellsbury taking charge. And Aceves puts away Montero in 3 pitches. The runner stranded, 7 complete, 2-1 Mariners. Josh Kenny's going to take over.
2-1. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk, and the team is going to get a day off tomorrow before the A's come to town. But in Puyallup, Emerald Ridge High School will be rocking when they welcome in the 4th-ranked Federal Way Eagles for our Root Sports High School Game of the Week. Brad Adam and former Husky quarterback Taylor Barton will have the call. Kickoff set for 7 o'clock right here on Root Sports. And be sure to tune in to our members' post-game show when our football analyst Jason Stiles previews the Emerald Ridge Jaguars. Guys, upstairs to you.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Josh Kenny takes over. 8th inning action here at Safeco Field. Mariners by around 2-1.
For Josh, good fastball. Be 93, 94 miles an hour. Also use a slider. Look at his numbers. A 3.80 ERA for him. 25 strikeouts over the 21 1/3 innings. 176 average against him. Josh will use his slider effectively against the right-handers and throw it off, and also a curveball. And he's going to have a tough part of the lineup to work through. Pedroia, Ellsbury, Ross.
Boston 14-17 in one-run games. The Mariners are 21-24. Check down at first. He did go. This is Eric Cooper. Strike one. Ball snared by Seager. Moves out. Pedroia for the first out. Breaking ball by Kenny. Tuesdays, military special nights here at Safeco Field. We salute the men and women of the armed forces. Great deal. Kents and Mariners baseball. Next event's coming up for Tuesday the 18th against the Orioles. That's a big series. You're going to get $5 off U-level seats or $10 off of main level seats when you show your valid military ID. Safeco Field box office or any Mariners team store. You enjoyed seeing the military personnel out here last night. We had a lot of fun. Troy with that ground that may see his hit streak come to an end.
Lucas Lidke getting ready. The right-handed hitting Cody Ross on deck, but then lefty and Loney after that. So he's getting ready for Loney.
Runs scored tonight by Ellsbury. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball through the hole, base hit.
Cody Ross, he was one of the hitting stars for the Red Sox last night. 3-run homer, and you can see what he's done tonight. 3 for 3 with a double and an RBI.
Dangerous hitter. 20 homers. The RBI tonight, he's got 73. Mariners a double play depth.
Ellsbury already a stolen base. He reached base in the 6th inning on a fielder's choice and then stole second. He was the one that scored the 1 run for the Red Sox in the game.
Left. Ellsbury took off and then shut it down.
Probably didn't like his jump.
Bobby Valentine calling this the most adventurous and challenging season of his career. A turmoil. A lot of trades, poor play, pitching's not been good, injuries. Foul back 0-2.
Good curveball from Kenny. He wasn't able to take over for a pretty popular manager in Boston, Terry Francona. We have a clubhouse that appreciated playing for him. That's going to be difficult.
Talk show host in Boston questioned Bobby about being late to a game, and Bobby said, listen, I went to pick up my son at the airport in San Francisco, got delayed, caught in traffic in an accident coming back. The question was, had you packed it in? Boy, that just started a whole trail of events. Bobby said to Glenn Ordway of WEI, he said, if I was in a room with you right now, I'd punch you in the mouth. And it went all downhill from there. And then he said, hey, Joe Madden shows up late to 4 o'clock games. And Joe got on Twitter, said, hey, I want to apologize to the media, my media in Tampa Bay, for being late today. My pedicure was I was running a little bit late. So it's on now.
I don't think Joe's going to lose any sleep over that comment. Do you? I don't think he's worried about it at all.
Joe's always quick with a jab and quip. Just felt for Bobby, and watching the media session today, it's uncomfortable. And after about 15 minutes, one guy said, can I ask you a baseball question? I said, finally, thank goodness. Ellsbury takes off. Ball hit to Ryan. Take the out at first. 2 down. And the baseball questions about the pitching rotation he was happy to hear it.
That'll bring out Eric Wedge. Again, he had Lucas Litke ready to go for Loney, and that's where he's going to go. He's going to get Lucas.
2 outs, tying run at second. James Loney, the scheduled hitter, and here comes Lucas Litke.
Your entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Sterling Bank, life is about the good stuff. Your bank should be too. Visit our new website at bankwithsterling.com. And by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network, AT&T, rethink possible. Guys, the Mariners have a day off, and everybody keeps tweeting me and wondering what you guys are going to be doing on your day off.
We're going to tee it up and then get ready for football.
Sounds pretty good, actually. Good call.
Checking out the map for Seattle. Got some of the guys on the crew going to mow their yard. I'm sure a lot of guys have the big honey-do list.
Be a nice day for all of that.
Yes, sir. James Loney is a guy that Litke wants to get here. Loney coming over from the National League. Loney and Litke had faced off once before. Litke was with Milwaukee. Loney's 0 for 1 against him.
3.16 ERA for Lucas. 35 strikeouts, 20 walks. 35 strikeouts coming over the 37 innings that he has pitched. Good slider. Carter Capps cranking it up in the Mariners pen now. Just well out in front. He can throw a slider off the plate away a few times if he wants to. There's Carter.
Litke has Loney 0-2, tying run at second, 2 outs, top of the 8th. Got him. 3 pitches. Litke gets the job done. Another runner stranded by the Red Sox. Mariners holding on 2-1. Juiced in the 4th.
That's the difference in the game right now. Dustin drives in a couple of runs with that base hit. For this year, bases loaded situations, he's 6-6.
Here in the home 8th, it'll be Eric Thames to lead it off. Hits in his last 2 times up. Fredo Aceves still in there. Came in to get the final out of the 7th inning.
Tom Wilhelmsen getting loose in the Mariners pen now.
Ooh. Got Clyde Thames, 1-1.
There's Tom. He's much better in his last outing. Mariners looking to try to give him an insurance run if they can.
He'll get out of play. Daniel Bard throwing for the Red Sox, and Greg Breslow. We saw Breslow last night. 1-2 count here to Thames. Outside. Thames, Carp, and Wells, 6, 7, and 8 here in the 6th inning.
Seven's back-to-back changeups to Thames. See if we can get a fastball to hit here. Another changeup. Tripled up.
Two.
Good battle.
Sure
8th pitch
is.
of the at-bat coming up.
2-2. What? 2-2 pitch again. This one well struck right field, but Cody Ross. Route number 1.
Bring up Mike Carr. Mike 1 for 2 in the game. Had a base hit in the second inning. Walked in the fourth and scored a run. Then he grounded out to first.
American League West action today. Angels win at Oakland 7-1. Texas earlier beat Kansas City in Kansas City 7-6 behind Ryan Dempster. Bouncing ball, Loney. Oh, nicely done. Good throw. He has really earned his keep tonight. An outstanding defender, as advertised.
This one might be out of his reach. I thought Karp would find a hole here, but a great play. See how far he had to go to his right.
Did a diving stop.
Good play.
Taking a base hit away from Ackley back in the sixth.
No panic, an easy throw to Aceves. Bring up Casper Wells. Casper's 1 for 3 tonight. Had a base hit in the fourth inning.
Play him straight away, not too deep. First pitch. In there for strike. Mariners since that 2-run, 3-hit fourth inning. Then it's just 1 hit. Wells behind 0-2. Loney's made 3 outstanding plays. Fielding ground balls tonight. Swing and a miss. Quick work by Aceves in the 8th. To the 9th we go. Last call. Bartender coming on. 2-1 Mariners.
Head into the top of the 9th, last licks for the Red Sox. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. Coming up on our Mariners postgame show, lots to get to. Jen Mueller will be headed into the clubhouse. We'll get you set for our high school game of the week between Emerald Ridge and Federal Way. And if you missed the GM, Jack Zarenzik, on our pregame show, well, we have the best bits for you, including his future, or his layout of Justin Smoke's future. It's all coming up here on Mariners postgame. Back upstairs. See you guys.
Speaking of Mr. Smoke, he takes over at first base for Mike Karp. Thank you, Angie. Last call here. Tom Wilhelmsen. We've heard Voodoo Child. Now he's ready to work.
Looking for his 24th save of the season. 71 strikeouts to just 25 walks for Tom.
First pitch to Saltalamacchia. 0-1.
Tom had been struggling with command of his fastball, but was much better in his last outing.
Two-0. Wilhelmsen trying to close and get a win for Kevin Millwood. Foul off, 2-1. To Lamakia. A couple of walks and a strikeout tonight. 2-1 pitch. 3-1. Last thing he wants to do is walk the tying run aboard. Three-one pitch. Off.
It's a good fastball tonight. It's topped out at 97 so far. Tom at times will be 98, 99, but a good fastball. Aaron's put the shift on with Salta Lamakia. Ackley out on the grass. Brendan Ryan around the other side of second base.
They get a payoff pitch here at 3-2. Lost it. Tying runs aboard.
Bring up LeVarn way. See what Bobby Valentine wants to do. He's going to try to play for the Tigers. He's going to let him swing.
Ryan LeVarn way hit into a double play, grounded out to third, fly to right. Two slow runners out there, double play opportunity, but LeVarnway's got some pop. Strike one. The 0-1 pitch. Strike two. That's good fastball. Well placed.
Yeah, 98 miles an hour. He's throwing two fastballs, one on the inside corner. That one a little bit off the plate. LeVarn arguing about it, but Vic Carapaz, the home plate umpire, has been consistent with his calls tonight. Good pitch.
0-2.
Bit surprised Bobby Valentine didn't use a pinch runner for Salta Lamakia. He has
Iglesias.
Yeah, he has Iglesias on his bench. Quiros has just come over, so he has another catcher.
Exactly. 1-2. Great call. One down.
Good curveball from Tom Wilhelms after a couple of fastballs inside. Throws him a curveball. Perfect pitch on the outside corner at the knees. Good job of framing that by Jaso. The way he just catches it and holds it there for the home plate umpire. Give him a good look at it.
Froze LeVarnway. Aviles looks at strike one. Aviles lined out to third, fly to left. Watkins stole a base. Sixth pitcher tonight for the Mariners. Aviles in an 0-2 hole. On deck, De Jesus Jr. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down.
After a couple of curveballs, now he comes back with a good fastball on the outside corner at 97 miles an hour. Just throws it by Aviles.
De Jesus Jr. Last hope for the Sox here. Jesus coming over from the Dodgers in the big trade recently. And a miss. Good heat.
After walking Salto-Lamonte, he's come back and he is just painting the corners with his fastball. Again, 97 on the corner.
Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, strike 2.
Now here's the big curveball again, 78 miles an hour. You see the 12-6 action on it.
Everybody on their feet. The 0-2 to DeJesus. Out off, look out. Aaron and Moose and others were ducking. Guys on the rail there, Mariner players. 0-2. Ivan DeJesus Jr. 2 outs, tying run at first. Wilhelmsen set, pitch. Out back.
He's a little bit closer to hitting that fastball. Probably come back with the hook again. He's had a good curveball tonight. See the numbers for DeJesus in his career, pinch hitting 190.
0-2 pitch from big Tom. There it is, and Tom will take his time. Throw to first. Ball game. Mariners win it 2-1. Take 2 out of 3 for the Boston Red Sox. And for the first time in 8 starts in 39 days, Kevin Millwood gets a W. Takes his record to 5-12. And the Mariners beat Aaron Cook. Cook now 3-9. And the Mariners finish up their season series against the Boston Red Sox at 4-5. They go to 3-3 in a homestand.
Yeah, they win this series, and not a lot of run support for Kevin Millwood, but he made it stand up. Kevin pitched well tonight, going 6 innings, giving up just the 1 earned run, 4 hits to the Boston Red Sox. And Tom Wilhelmsen, his 24th save of the season, and Dustin Ackley providing the offense a bases loaded base hit to score a couple of runs. Nice series win for the Mariners. They get an off day tomorrow and come back on Friday against the A's.
So how about the Mariners? That's win number 67. They go to 67-71. The Red Sox go to 63-75. We're off tomorrow. See you Friday. Here's Brad and Bill.
All right, thank you, guys. Yeah, with the win and the series win, the Mariners now just 4 games under 500. We talked in the pregame, Bill, about how important this game was. You wanted to get this series and beat the Red Sox because, frankly, the Mariners are a better team right now.
They absolutely are. They let the one sneak away from them. The Red Sox had that big home run inning yesterday. But outside of that, they outplayed them, and it was fun to see them make it stick tonight.
And Kevin Millwood, the win. Not a whole lot of offensive support, but enough. And the guy supplying all the runs, standing by now with Jem Mueller.
Well, and here's an interesting stat that we learned during the course of the game. Dustin, I don't know if you know this, that when the bases are loaded and less than 2 outs, you are 6 for 6 this season. What is it about that situation that you like?
I have no idea. I don't know. I didn't know that stat was like that. But, I mean, it's just a great opportunity to put a ball in play. And fortunately, I found a hole, and I'm sure I did the previous 5 times.
Yes, you did. When we take a look at what you've done over the last couple of weeks, you look more like yourself after some of those midseason struggles. What did you learn? What kind of adjustments did you make?
I think just the confidence builders I've had over the course of the past couple of weeks, getting some hits here and there and finding some holes. And I think that's a huge part. I mean, it's all about confidence, being up there comfortable and relaxed. And that's the way I felt over the course of the past couple of weeks.
The team tonight ties the overall record from last season as far as number of wins, and you won 5 of the last 6 series here at home. So what does that tell you about where the team is now versus last year?
I think we're heading the right direction. I mean, I would have loved to have seen if we would have played like this early on in the first half. I mean, we could be right there in the wild card. But, I mean, I think everybody here is starting to gain some confidence, and our pitching staff's always been great. And, I mean, our hitters are coming along, and I think that's really been the key for us here the past couple of weeks.
Lastly, day off tomorrow. I know it means so much at this time of the season. What do you got planned?
Nothing right now, probably some sleep.
I kind of was expecting that and really hoping that, Brad, because they don't have very many off days now as they finish up the season.
Yeah, his walk-up song, thank you, Jen, walk-up song, Simple Man. Dustin Ackley definitely a simple man, but he mentioned it twice, Bill, confidence. Such a huge part, not just in a player, but also in a team right now.
Yeah, they now know they can win at Safeco Field. They can own this field. They understand that. This is a place where their pitchers can pitch. And you know what? It's not about the big swing. It's the little swing. And that's exactly what they did tonight. And as far as dust is concerned, you know, it is a long season, and it challenges your confidence. You're going to go up and down. You just have to have more ups than downs and keep the belief high.
A lot of ups tonight. Mariners on top 2-1. Take the series from the Sox. We're back more with the post-game show here on Root Sport.